Welcome back to Apple Insider. Today we're diving into one of the most anticipated budget smartphones of the season, the Jio Phone 3 5G. Jio has always been about disruption, about breaking barriers in affordability and connectivity, and this phone is no different. In a market where 5G devices are still priced as a premium feature, Jio steps in with a promise to make high-speed internet accessible to everyone. But beyond the hype, how does the Jio Phone 3 5G actually perform in real life? Can it really compete against more established brands in the same segment? And most importantly, is it worth your money in 2026? Let's break it down keynote style, one major feature at a time. Number 1. Design and build quality. The Jio Phone 3 5G takes a refreshing approach to design for a budget smartphone. Unlike earlier Jio phones that leaned heavily on plastic and compact form factors, this model is more modern. It has a matte finish back that resists fingerprints, rounded edges for a comfortable grip, and a slightly slimmer profile compared to its predecessors. The phone doesn't scream luxury, but it's sturdy, well built, and made to withstand daily rough usage. You can tell it has been designed with practicality in mind, especially for a market where durability often matters more than glass-backed elegance. Even though it doesn't carry the metal or glass design language of higher-end models, Jio has nailed the balance between affordability and solid construction. For people stepping into the smartphone world from a feature phone, this design feels premium enough without being intimidating. Number 2. Display. Jio has significantly upgraded the viewing experience with the Jio Phone 3 5G. It comes with a 6.5-inch HD Plus display, offering bright colors and decent clarity for everyday use. Watching videos on YouTube, scrolling through social media, or even attending online classes feels smooth and enjoyable. Of course, it's not AMOLED and you won't get the deep blacks or ultra-high refresh rates found on flagship models, but the quality here is surprisingly good for the price. The brightness levels are adequate even under sunlight, which is an important detail for many users in India and other markets where this phone is expected to dominate. For a budget smartphone, the screen doesn't feel compromised. It gives you a viewing experience that's more than enough for movies, video calls, and daily scrolling, making it a big leap from earlier Jio phones. Number 3. Performance. This is where things get interesting. Powered by a mid-range 5G chipset, the Jio Phone 3 5G is optimized for speed and efficiency. With up to 4 GB of RAM and 64 GB of storage, it's capable of handling daily tasks smoothly. Opening apps, switching between them, and running lightweight games feels effortless. For heavy gaming or advanced productivity, of course, it's not designed to compete with premium models, but for a budget phone, the performance is reliable and consistent. The real highlight here is 5G connectivity. With Jio's strong 5G rollout across India, this phone becomes a game changer. Fast downloads, smoother video calls, and almost no lag in streaming, it transforms what people expect from an affordable device. Jio has clearly optimized both hardware and software to make sure users get the best out of 5G without draining too much power. Number 4. Camera. The Jio Phone 3 5G brings a simple but effective dual camera setup on the rear, paired with an improved front camera for selfies and video calls. The primary rear sensor captures good photos in daylight, with natural colors and decent details. At night, you can expect average performance, which is understandable at this price point. The front camera, however, is designed with practicality in mind. 4. Video calls on WhatsApp, Zoom, or Google Meet. It performs well, offering clear visuals with enough brightness correction. Jio isn't aiming to compete with flagship camera systems here, but it gives you a reliable, functional camera setup that will serve most users perfectly for social media, video calls, and casual photography. For first-time smartphone users, this camera experience will feel like a huge step forward. Number 5. Battery life. One of the strongest points of the Jio Phone 3 5G is its battery. With a 5000 mAh battery under the hood, it easily lasts a full day of heavy usage and can even stretch into the second day with lighter use. Watching videos, attending classes online, chatting, and browsing, the phone handles it all without giving you battery anxiety. Jio has also included fast charging support, which is a welcome addition for people who don't want to wait hours for their device to recharge. Combined with 5G optimization, the battery performance feels dependable. It's one of those areas where Jio clearly understood the target audience, a phone that stays powered for long hours in areas where frequent charging may not always be convenient. Number 6. Software and features. The Jio Phone 3 5G runs on a customized version of Android, optimized for simplicity and performance. The user interface is clean, easy to navigate, and preloaded with Jio's ecosystem of apps such as Jio TV, Jio Cinema, and Jio Saavn. But beyond Jio apps, it supports the entire Google Play Store, giving users access to millions of applications, from WhatsApp to YouTube to educational platforms. For many first-time smartphone users, this is a world of opportunity, and Jio makes sure the transition is smooth. Security updates are promised regularly, and with Jio's focus on digital literacy, the phone feels designed not just as a device but as an entry point into the internet world. Features like dual SIM support, expandable storage, and even some smart AI tweaks in the software add to the overall value of the package. Number 7. Value for money. This is where the Jio Phone 3 5G stands apart. Priced significantly lower than most 5G smartphones in the market, it makes next-generation connectivity accessible to millions. The combination of solid design, decent performance, reliable battery, and 5G support creates a package that feels unbeatable in its price range. For students, first-time smartphone buyers, and people who just need a reliable device for work, study, and entertainment, the Jio Phone 3 5G delivers exactly what it promises. Jio isn't trying to compete with flagship devices but instead focuses on democratizing technology, and in that mission, the Jio Phone 3 5G hits the mark. So what's the final verdict? The Jio Phone 3 5G is not just another budget smartphone, it's a statement. It proves that 5G doesn't have to be exclusive, that reliable performance doesn't have to come at a premium, and that millions of people can experience digital transformation without breaking the bank. Sure, it doesn't have the bells and whistles of high-end devices, but it was never meant to. What it does offer is dependability, simplicity, and the power of connection at a price that's accessible. For anyone looking for their first 5G phone or even a dependable secondary device, the Jio Phone 3 5G is a strong recommendation. At Apple Insider, we believe this phone represents the future of affordable connectivity, and it might just be the push that takes millions more people into the digital era. And that wraps up our review of the Jio Phone 3 5G. If you found this breakdown helpful, make sure to like the video, subscribe to Apple Insider, and hit the bell icon for more deep dives into the latest gadgets. The Jio Phone 3 5G may not be the flashiest device, but it's certainly one of the most impactful phones of this year.